Welcome to another episode of Keep It a Brick here with Lady Soul, Highly G, and myself, Cash Only. As promised, today's episode is Mount Rushmore. So y'all gotta stay locked in and let's keep it a brick. Let's go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Let's go.
Welcome to Keep It a Brick with Highly G.
This is the king of the coast. Let's make it official.
We're tapping into the hottest topics in the game.
If you don't know, now you know.
A fresh perspective on culture, entertainment, viral news, and just about everything happening around us. Y'all better listen up closely. You know we ain't holding back. Can you feel me? Now, it's time to Keep It a Brick.
Is that clear? All right, yeah.
What's good, motherfuckers? You know what it is. It's another episode of Keep It a Brick, you know what I'm saying, where we always keep it live and keep it brick here. It's your boy, Highly G. We got Lady Soul in the house, Cash Only in the building.
What's
up with y'all? How y'all doing? Shout out to all the bricklayers that is in the building.
Good.
We are a few minutes late. Yes, we are a few minutes late, but we here. Anyway, how y'all doing? How y'all living?
Good. Long Monday, but I'm good.
It has been a long week.
We just started.
And it's been a long one for me, motherfucker.
Long one.
Right? Okay. Like, damn. Let me have this. Can I have this?
You got
Let
it,
me
man. I'm
have
sorry.
this.
I apologize about that.
Damn. How you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm Monday night rotation. We back. Keep it a brick. We wasn't here last week, but we did put some content out for you guys. So we hopefully you guys get a chance to see that. I'm good though, man. I can't complain. How you doing over there though? How's California treating you guys?
Expensive.
Always treating me expensive as fuck. Overall, I'm cooling, bro. Again, it was a long week for me with work and shit like that. I had to do some events. It was just a lot of fucking work. But other than that, just been chilling, posted up, trying to catch up on this homework, almost to like the finish line, the stretch, you know what I'm saying, of school. So, I'm almost there. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, I'm cool. What's happening, Winston? What's good with you, bro?
What's up, Frankie?
Yeah,
What's up,
that's
Chef?
What's up with y'all? We're gonna let y'all get up in here. We know y'all up in here. Appreciate y'all. We're gonna do this episode a little different tonight. Y'all been asking for us to do a Mount Rushmore, and we're gonna give it to you. But we're not gonna give it to you in the way that you think it is. Now, if this goes correctly, if we do another one, we'll let you guys decide the topics and things like that, and we'll go from there. But as of right now, we have 3 set topics, okay, of Mount Rushmore. The rules are 15 minutes to explain your case of why they are there, and that is it. We do have to leave some time for debate.
Yeah.
Cash.
I got you. What's up, John Redcorn?
Put your ass on blast.
What's
You the
up,
nigga
John
that's
Redcorn?
always going over on
I
time.
think y'all gonna debate me more though.
Maybe. But if we're gonna get into it, we're gonna get into it. So the first category, we always start with the lady of the house. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay.
don't be nervous. It's all right.
I'm not nervous.
Also, real quick, just to throw that out there. The content that Cash was talking about last week that we put up there, before we get into it, we had a Sinners deep dive review. So if you went to go see Sinners, or you are in it, but this is like straight up, we spoiling the movie, we talking about everything. So if you haven't went to go see it, do not watch it. I'm just telling you, don't be mad at me. I don't want no motherfucking comments. You ruining the movie. No one told you to go watch it yet. But if you have seen the movie and you are looking for a deep dive, deep understanding, please go check out Sinners. It's on our YouTube channel. All right. Let's get it. All right. Now, our first topic, our first Mount Rushmore topic will be our favorite black soundtracks, black movie soundtracks. Now, this is, I think, could start literally a war. I'm not gonna lie. There may be some rocks or chairs thrown afterwards. I will plead to the speakers, including myself, to hold all composure. Hold all composure. There may be some diabolical shit here. All right. Here we go. So, you go first. Let's get your Mount Rushmore of the best black movies.
Oh, I have like 7 on my list, but I'm gonna narrow it down.
Choose 4.
So
remember, you only can choose
top 4. I know. Okay. Top 4 would be Waiting to Exhale soundtrack.
Okay.
For the lady. Purple Rain. Black Panther. And Love and Basketball.
All right. Give me the reasons why. You still got a couple of minutes to explain your reasonings of why.
Well, Black Panther who didn't love the soundtrack? That's one soundtrack that in recent movies that I literally listened to front to back. As far as Love and Basketball, same. Once I saw the movie, I wanted to go by the soundtrack. Purple Rain. Once I kind of thought about it, I love the songs. So yeah, I feel like that's part of one of my top 4. And Waiting to Exhale, I think just the era and the songs just went so good with the movie, and me watching it as an adult, I just appreciate the soundtrack more. So
you can't hate no Whitney Houston song on there. Everybody was shooping when that motherfucker came out.
Definitely.
Everybody.
Yeah.
All right. Word. All right. That's a good selection. That is actually a really good selection. All right. Cash, my man.
What's going on? My turn. Best black movie soundtracks. For me, I wasn't able to complete this list because I didn't really get into soundtracks till a couple years ago. But if I go off best memory, where I'd be like, yeah, that soundtrack, if I remember correctly, I will go for one. Number 1 for me would be Life.
That was actually a good soundtrack.
That's a good one.
I will go Life. Number 2, I will go The Best Man.
Okay.
That's a good one.
And also, I only got 3, like I said. Number 3 for me will be New Jack City.
Those are good ones.
Giving it up for the city. All right.
Those are my 3. I have, like
those are not on my list though. Yeah, those weren't on my list.
Those are not on mine either.
Appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all.
So what about
Above the Rim is on my list, John. That was one of my that I couldn't decide which one I wanted to put on there.
Above the Rim is a good one. So you want to tell us why, or do you want to skip that part?
Shit. All 3 of those movies I was young on, so music was different in that time. Mm-hmm. We had a lot of R&B on a lot of those, especially The Best Man in Life. You had a lot of R&B cuts on there, and they were very good. So that's what I remember most about my childhood is with those 3 movies, their soundtrack, especially. I watched New Jack City today and be singing every song. So that's about the reason why I picked those 3. I could have come up with a number 4.
Okay.
Right. Because I could come up with a number 4, but it's not a black movie soundtrack.
What is it?
What is it?
Oh, I'm a big fan of the Guardians of the Galaxy soundtrack.
Okay.
Big fan of it.
Guardians of the Galaxy soundtrack is actually pretty good. It's not a black, definitely not a black soundtrack.
Yeah,
definitely
but it
can't be on this Mount Rushmore. But it's a good honorable mention.
Soul Food is a good one, John.
Yeah, that's a
good one. The Wood, that's my favorite movie, but I couldn't connect with the soundtrack like I did the other one. So
the soundtrack was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
All right. I think
you big dog, what you got?
I went on a little bit of the cultural side of things. So these are not in any particular order. Let me throw that out there. Right. Isaac Hayes' Shaft. Such an iconic song. Just don't act like a nigga didn't want to wear all black leather walking up and down the street. Motherfuckers like Shaft. You know what I'm saying? Don't act like that. Let's not act like we didn't.
Before my
that
time,
reminds me of Fresh Prince. That reminds me more of Fresh Prince than the movie, which is funny, but yeah.
So Shaft is on that Mount Rushmore. And this is tough. This is a tough one.
Yeah.
This is a tough one. Superfly by Curtis Mayfield. Again, it defines time. Again, just like Shaft in the 70s, it defines a time. of when pimps was up and hoes was down. Niggas was out here pimping hoes and slapping Cadillac up. If you don't know, now you know.
Now you
Oh
know.
God.
If you don't know, now you know. But Superfly was a great film. It defined culture. Curtis Mayfield, his music alone, general. It's just a generational talent of music that comes from Curtis Mayfield. Love it. Superfly is definitely in the fucking list. You can't deny it. You can't deny it. I'm gonna bring it a little bit current though. Now, it's time. And this one is kind of like a wild card for me. I think Cash know where I'm going because I told him. My actual first soundtrack that I ever bought is on this motherfucking Mount Rushmore list with my own money. And this is why it's on there. And a lot of people are going to skip over it because a lot of people think it's an underrated one. The Rush Hour soundtrack.
That's on my list.
A lot of people skips over.
That is on my list, but I couldn't narrow it down. That's on my list though.
I'm gonna tell you why it was. There's a couple of reasons why. First of all, it's very sentimental to me. It was middle school. I just bought that motherfucking CD. I took it to school. For a project. It was stolen. Somebody stole my motherfucking Rush Hour soundtrack. So whoever the fuck you are, I want to let you know you are a bitch. But I see you in the streets, I will spit on you, nigga.
About that album, about that track.
Bro, that shit was a crazy ass album. You had
that one was good. Yes.
You had Drew
Faded
Hill.
Pictures.
Faded Pictures, bro. Case and
that was on my
Joe.
list.
Can I Get a What by Jay-Z, Ja Rule, and The Mill. You had John B on that motherfucker singing his heart out.
Yeah.
That was the shit. That was the shit.
Yeah.
Last but not least, because you actually said it for me, so. And again, bringing it current, the first Black Panther soundtrack. It is hard to deny that. That was a sound for its time. It was a sound for everything. My favorite song on there, by SOBRBE, my nigga, the Killmonger. That was my shit. Banging that shit was going crazy. I wish a nigga would. That was my shit. So I'm definitely going with those. Those are now again. This was difficult because I was like, "Fuck." There's a lot of great Black movie soundtracks. You know what I'm saying? Like an honorable mention, Marvin Gaye's Trouble Man. A lot of people skip over that.
I seen that on the list and I wanted to use it, but I was like, I'm too young for that. I don't know nothing about that. I know a couple of songs when I hear them, but I don't know that whole soundtrack.
Marvin Gaye's Trouble Man.
I actually forgot the first Bad Boys movie had a good soundtrack.
Bad Boys. I would actually say Bad Boys 2 had
I had the Nutty Professor was on mine too.
Professor had a good one.
Boomerang was another
Boomerang had a really good one too. But we can go on and on.
Yeah.
You can't forget Car Wash.
Definitely. Yeah.
Forget Car Wash. Shout out to Crypto. Appreciate that. Yeah, can't forget Car Wash.
What's up?
Car Wash was a great one. All right, y'all. But that's we what 15 almost 15 minutes right here. Almost.
We did good with that one.
We did good.
That's our best Black movie soundtrack category.
You
know, appreciate the comments because y'all got a lot of good ones in the comments. Idlewood, all that. Y'all got a lot of good ones.
Idlewild is good. Yeah, that one's good.
Set it off.
Set it off. Only thing I think what makes Set It Off a great one was the two songs.
What's that going?
The song by the song by Logan. And that damn day after day,
you know, that's
niggas, everybody play that shit now at every funeral, everything. Niggas just I can't do it. But definitely in my definitely in the list. It's definitely in the list. Definitely in the list. Another good one a lot of people kind of skip over, Get Rich or Die Trying. That is actually a decent.
I did see that on a lot of lists. I'm not a 50 Cent fan, so I couldn't have that on my list.
But
that is
shout out to you.
Man, don't have to be a 50 Cent fan. Totally understand why y'all not 50 Cent fans.
It was good though. That was a good album though. I can admit.
Good one.
You know,
This-
Best Friend and all that. You know, yeah.
Light It Up was also pretty good as well. A lot of people skip over Light It Up with Usher and shit like that. Ja Rule had a song on there that was pretty good.
Oh yeah.
See, look at that. Showing love. I'm showing love on both sides of the aisle. Y'all niggas be hating.
I need to look for that movie now.
Well, Light It Up?
Yeah,
that's a good movie.
Bro, every time I see it, I watch it.
Okay. Light It Up was okay. That's about as bad as you look. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell y'all a little secret what I watched the other week. The Faculty. Have you ever seen The Faculty?
That was just what I was about to say. I seen that in the movie.
Ain't the teachers like aliens or some shit?
Yes,
I love Usher,
yes,
so I had to
yes.
support.
That was Usher's first big film, bro. Was The Faculty.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think it's time to go on to the next subject at this point. It's time. I think it's time. It's time for our next Mount Rushmore, and I think this one I'm going to take and start it off. We're going to go with the best black villains in movie and TV.
I didn't know we were doing TV.
Oh, I didn't know it was TV too.
I didn't know we was doing TV.
Movies and TV.
Dang, I would have had more to choose from. Okay, but okay. Next.
Movies and TV. Best black villains. Okay. Now, 15 minutes. Y'all know the rules. 4 choices. You get to explain the choices. I'm gonna let y'all go ahead and go first. Cash, you want to go first?
Okay, yeah, I'll go first with this one.
No video games on this one. That's a totally different list that we'll have to do on our separate time.
Yeah. So again, I only have 3 on this list. I didn't know we were doing TV. If I would have did TV, I probably could have found one. So thank you, Crypto. Tony Todd.
That's on my list.
Candyman.
Me too. That was number 1.
Really, Candyman?
Yes, traumatized me as a child.
I was
Tony
scared to hear
Todd
that my whole life.
traumatized me as a child. Still traumatized to this day. Still haven't seen none of the original Candyman movies. Tony Todd is one of the worst villains ever. As a black man, I'm sorry. When I see a movie where anything he is in, I automatically think Candyman. Fuck him. Rest in peace, though.
Whoa, I'm about to say, dang, rest in peace.
What a backhanded comment.
Number 2, Crypto. I'm doing this for you, big dog. Number 2 on that list out of my 3, Samuel L. Jackson as Steven from Django.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
That's a good one. I didn't expect that one.
Who let this nigga on the nag?
He pissed me off in that movie. You feel me? Nigga, did you forget you was a nigga yourself? He was a bitch in that movie.
I'm actually happy about that.
And 3, this is where y'all probably gonna cuss me out. So you definitely. Taraji P. Henson from Baby Boy was an evil bitch.
You know what? Here you go with the goofy shit. I'm like, wait, what?
There's nothing goofy. Y'all thought I was gonna say acrimony? No. Taraji P. Henson.
Oh yeah, that would have been a good one. She was she was like a villain and a victim in that one. That one was kind of, I don't know, but
Taraji was the main villain in Baby Boy. Even though in that movie, she got her villain arc. You know why she started to become a villain. She was a villain in that movie to me. I'm sorry.
I want to add something to that, Cash.
You could have put Snoop Dogg as the villain, maybe.
So earlier I was writing out my list of villainy. You know what I'm saying, and seeing who's the villain.
Yeah.
I didn't come up with her though from Baby Boy.
Who you
came up with his mama, Joy. It was Joy's fault that my man got beat up, put him out the house and all that shit for some penis. All right.
No,
mama gotta have a life too. Shit.
Yeah, mama gotta have a life too. But goddamn it, I don't need to get my ass whooped because of it. All right.
Taraji was the main villain in that movie. Okay, people, and I'm gonna stand on that.
That's crazy. All right.
That is crazy. Crazy work.
So I'm gonna let you go ahead.
Okay, my top 4 was Ike Turner from What's Love Got to Do with It.
Ike Turner is crazy.
You know. Candyman.
Okay.
And Killmonger, Black Panther, Michael B. Jordan.
Nice.
And Debo Friday.
Okay. Why? Tell us why you chose those.
So, Candyman, I feel like it speaks for itself. I'm still scared of that movie to this day. Ike Turner, I remember being I used to hate fucking
Lawrence
can't think of his
Fishburne.
name right. Yes. when I was growing up after watching that movie. I feel like he really bodied Ike. So he was on there for me as villains. Killmonger, I mean, I loved him as a villain. And I hope they bring him back to life somehow and make a movie with him. And then Debo, yeah, I feel like he's a villain. Yeah, he had people hiding their chains, and yeah, he was a ghetto villain.
All right, I feel like
so your list solid though. I can't take that away
That's
from
a
you.
solid ass list.
Yeah.
Can I before you get your chance?
Yes, sir.
Can I add a fourth to mine?
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because I only had 3. My fourth, because we did TV. Who was that? John. John gave me a good idea when he said Kanan from Power.
Okay.
Fucking Marlo Stanfield from The
Marlo
Wire.
was a motherfucking crazy dog. Yo.
Marlo Stanfield was a fucking villain. Oh my gosh, he pissed me off in that series. So yeah, Marlo will be my fourth one.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Alrighty.
All right. I got mine. This is hard. This was a hard one again because this was tough for me because I'm like, damn, there's a lot of black villains, but there's ain't too many. You know what I'm saying? Not too many. I thought of some racist shit at one point in time, but I was like, no, that's not going to be funny. It's not going to laugh. But I did find something within that realm. All right, again, not in any particular order. Alonzo Harris, Training Day, Denzel Washington.
Mm-hmm.
Denzel went full super villain mode in this motherfucking film. Period.
That's a good one too. Yeah.
He was corrode. Bruh said King Kong ain't got shit on me and a wife beater and a motherfucking leather coat in the middle of the fucking summer. That is peak toxicity. That is peak villainy. And the way he went out was crazy. Favorite scene when he quoted, he's shooting at the white boy, Ethan Hawke, and he's shooting at him with the shotgun. I'm surgical with this bitch. I still use this fucking quote till this day.
Yeah.
Top tier villain, bro. Top tier villain. Alonzo Harris. I don't give a fuck what anybody say. Top tier. 3. So me and you are very kindred because I actually chose Killmonger. Killmonger was a villain that you love to hate. Though Killmonger was the villain, and I get it, T'Challa is still my favorite. I was honestly rooting for Killmonger to win.
Me too.
Especially after the statement of bury me with my ancestors in the sea, for they knew that bondage was just, man, come on. He had a valid point.
Yes.
He had a valid point.
He did.
He also stabbed an old lady and burned some herbs. And we got it. It's a little problematic here. It's a little hood there. And it's a little hood there. But he was aggressive and wrong, but I would let it happen. I was okay with this happening. I was okay with it. Number 2, Uncle Ruckus from the Boondocks.
Yeah.
This nigga is a top tier villain, bro.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
This nigga is a walking racial handbook. Wildly ignorant. The only man to call MLK lazy and meant it. If villainy had a Confederate flag, that motherfucker be waving it every day. Every fucking day. Last and not least, number 1 villain, Nino Brown, New Jack City. New Jack City. This motherfucker was cold-hearted. He was fly as hell, pouring champagne on bitches.
You hear me?
You know what I'm saying? Nigga ran the Carter like an Amazon Prime. You know what I'm saying? He ran that motherfucker like an Amazon Prime Center. Wasn't nothing getting in or getting out.
Yeah.
Nigga had his own brother. Nigga canceled his own brother like a Netflix subscription and thought nothing of it. How do you do that? I need some explanation. Those are my top 4 villains.
It's part of the game.
Any honorable mentions for top villains by you guys?
I would say probably Kang.
No.
Kang the Conqueror.
I wanted to say Kang, but he didn't have much.
Kang the Conqueror. Kang the Conqueror. The original Thanos, which was he was technically black.
Black, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A-Train from The Boys, yeah.
What about you,
Yeah.
So? Any honorable mentions?
No, I would agree with John about Mary from Precious. Definitely one
That
a
is
villain for sure.
wild.
The mama in Precious.
Tay
He
Diggs, the
said
best
Tay
man.
Diggs and
She was a
Tay
villain,
Diggs was the
shit.
villain. Tay Diggs was the
Huh?
villain.
My
You also
honorable
have
mention.
Clubber Lang
Yeah,
from
he
Rocky.
was the
That's
villain,
a good
I
black
guess.
villain right there. That nigga
I
was
have a-
whooping ass.
I have an honorable mention.
Who's your
That
honorable
should it should have made it on my Mount Rushmore. Frozone's wife from The Incredibles. Why was that man's suit never on here? Why did he
I'm
always
with
have
you
to
on
ask
that,
for a
bro.
suit?
I am with
Frozone's
you on
wife
this.
is a fucking villain if you really think about it.
Why do I always got to ask for my goddamn super
God.
suit?
Otis.
Hold
Was
on.
Otis-
What? This is different, but what
From
about
Martin.
Otis from Martin? I think Otis was just a lazy ass fucking security guard, which could make him into a
Yeah.
villain.
Not really a
He was
villain,
on some
but
villainy shit. Man was out here beating niggas' asses over parking spaces. I'm just saying. Fam was out here beating motherfuckers' asses over parking spaces.
oh, you know what would be what's Ice Cube's character in the Players Club?
Oh, that's
Oh,
good.
see,
No,
that-
the
Junior-
cousin from Players Club. He could have been a
Junior.
villain.
That
That was
nigga
just
been in
Junior. Junior
Junior
could
been
have been
a
a
villain
villain
forever. Okay,
for sure. Yeah.
Since Menace to Society and Don't Be a Menace, where he got stomped out.
Yes, he could have been a villain for sure.
Yeah, he was
Also, another honorable mention that we don't talk about: Clifton Powell. Clifton Powell
Menace
just
to Society.
alone been playing as a villain all his life, nigga. Nigga came
Mhm.
out the womb playing a villain on TV.
James St. Patrick. Yeah.
James St. Patrick. That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one. That's
Our
a good
son Tariq. Yeah, he a villain too.
one. Tariq.
Tyreek
Yeah,
was the
Tariq.
main villain.
Tariq. Was Ghost the villain in y'all book?
No,
I'll say
think-
another honorable mention: Franklin Saint.
Mhm.
Franklin Saint from Snowfall, bro.
What made him? I never seen Snowfall, but what made him a villain?
That's exactly why you need to go watch Snowfall.
Yeah,
That's
he
exactly
would.
why
You
you
wouldn't
need
think
to go
he'll be
watch
the villain,
Snowfall.
but yeah.
You wouldn't think that motherfucker was the villain, but
John
that nigga's the
Redcorn.
villain.
Chauncey from Menace to Society is a fucking villain. His bitch.
Yo,
Oh,
ass.
definitely.
That
Yeah,
was a
that's what we
bitch
talking
ass
about.
nigga in that movie.
That's Chauncey, yeah. Chauncey crazy. Again,
Mhm.
motherfucking Clifton Powell being the motherfucking villain. Nigga been a villain
Yeah.
since he came out the womb, bro.
The cousin in Soul Food. She's an honorable mention too. She's a villain.
Which cousin? The one
one
that
that-
The one that fucked with the husband. She's a villain.
She ain't no villain.
You mean that she fucked the family? Fuck the family.
The real okay. Hey, we got 2 minutes with this one, right? We got 2 minutes left.
2
of
minutes
this.
left.
The real
Okay.
villain of Soul Food is the fucking uncle, the uncle up in the attic or whatever. He's the real villain.
That ain't the real villain.
You knew
You know
that
who the
money
real
was.
villain?
Oh,
Big Mama.
Yes.
No.
Because nigga, why is you cooking that
No.
bullshit? We didn't get better. Y'all didn't stop. And then when she lost her foot, or y'all then she kept fucking cooking that shit. And then she died. And y'all kept cooking that goddamn
Oh
shit.
my
Y'all goddamn
God.
villain of that shit. The whole family is villainy. God damn it. Whole family. Fuck all
Yeah, I
y'all.
was there trying to get her murdered.
Oh, God damn it. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm having a
Weezy was good, but
why?
why?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I had a moment.
Yeah.
All right, we need a moment. We
Yeah.
need a moment. We're gonna go ahead and take a little break. We're gonna take a little quick break. Here comes the middle plug, y'all.
What's going on, everybody? It's your man Cash from Keep It a Brick. Make sure you guys keep checking us out on Instagram at Keep It Brick, Facebook at Keep It a Brick. You know where you guys at on YouTube. We are there. Make sure you guys comment, like, subscribe. You know, hit the share button, man. It's all free, man. But everything is Keep It a Brick. Also, make sure you guys check us out on Twitch too, if you're one of those guys, man. And for all the old school listeners, man, we are also on all audio podcasting platforms. That's all audio podcasting platforms. Make sure you guys keep checking us out there, and make sure you guys keep staying tuned in to Keep It a Brick.
Yeah.
That's my
Yeah,
twin.
That's it. John Redcorn said Big Mama using butter for a burn wound. Right? Like, what kind of shit is that? All right, you know what? I just came back. Let me stop.
We're good, my boy. We're good, my boy.
Okay, I just came back. I'm sorry. We just came back. Let me chill. All right. Anyway. Well, it's on you
What's
now,
going
my
on?
brother. Where the hell song go? Right. So let's taking a little break. We'll talk a little bit in a second about our next Mount Rushmore and discuss some things. Here's the time to get a chance to hear from you guys and figure out what you guys want to. Welcome back. Hopefully in the future, you guys would like to see another episode like this again. So you can drop us a message at our socials. Give us some ideas. I have one specially for John Redcorn already in the pipeline. Cash knows.
Already, John.
I already got one for you in the pipeline, bro. Just give me some time.
He knows it so well.
that nigga be paying attention. Right?
But that's the next one. But we got something even better for you. Something that we all can relate to for. But we'll get to that at another time. Let's get to our but yeah, just let us know. Y'all let us know what y'all favorite ones is and stuff like that, or what y'all want to hear us do a Mount Rushmore on. We'll definitely knock it out for y'all. All right, Cash, it's on you, my brother. It's time for you to bring in the last one.
Our last category for our Mount Rushmore episode would be our top black comedians. Our top black comedians. I don't know which one of you guys will go first on this one. Want to go first or anything?
I can go first.
You want to go first? Let's do it. Let's rock out.
Sure. My 4 are Bernie Mac,
Okay.
Martin Lawrence,
Word.
Richard Pryor, and Eddie Murphy.
Okay. I'm surprised there was no women in that one.
Yeah, no.
That's crazy.
No women.
All right. Why?
Well, I love Martin. Martin's my favorite show, so he has to be number 1 on the list. Mm-hmm. Bernie Mac, I just love his humor and just his show was really funny as well. Richard Pryor, I like his, more raunchier stuff. He was funny. And Eddie Murphy, I feel like he definitely needs to be on there as well.
All right.
Yeah.
For sure. I'm gonna go with this one this time, and I'll let you go last, Cash. Again, in no particular order. There's just some great comics out there, right? And this was hard. Richard Pryor is always going to be number 1. He is the blueprint, raw, real, revolutionary, period. Martin Lawrence hosted Def Comedy Jam. Mm-hmm. He will bag on you. If I had to put my money on a motherfucker that's gonna bag on you and roast the fuck out you, 90s Martin, ain't nobody fucking with 90s Martin when it comes to that. Nobody. Bernie Mac.
Okay.
Bernie Mac was one of the funniest comedians ever. One of my favorite things is, and I still say this shit every day. Like, I ain't scared of you, none of you motherfuckers. Mm-hmm. I ain't scared of none of you motherfuckers. Kick ass. That's it right there. And then, not only that shit, he gave me my motherfucking my morning mantra. Who's the man? Use the man. Strong, healthy, black man. That's the shit. That's my shit. So again, yeah, definitely Bernie Mac. This is hard. I want y'all to know this. This was a hard one. I'm gonna add one for the ladies. Because there is a female comic that I feel is one of the most funniest comics ever to me. And I'm going to go with...
I like Miss Pat. She's funny.
Miss Pat is cool. But I'm going to go with... And this was tough because it's actually a tie.
Some more.
It is some more. And it's also and it's a tie between Samora and Dale Givens.
Oh yeah, definitely. From
And
the original
Givens.
Females of Comedy. Yeah.
When I remember Andale Givens coming out and turning around and saying, "Am I a fucking lady or what?" Yeah, I pissed in the shower. I was like, "Yo."
Yeah.
Top tier, bro. So those my Mount Rushmore right there, man.
Not bad. Not bad. Okay, I guess it's my turn. I'm gonna go with Eddie Griffin.
Okay.
Eddie Griffin. And listen, majority of my list is who I was able to watch in real time sometime.
Mm-hmm.
So Eddie Griffin, even with his, the ones that came out previously a couple years ago, those were good to me. Those stand-ups are good, and he don't give a fuck. I've seen people walk out of his shows because he don't care about what he says, but it's funny. You feel me? So he's always a good one. Eddie Murphy. You feel me? I remember my mom and them watching which one he had the red outfit on.
That was Delirious.
Yeah, Delirious. I remember that with my parents, my mom watching that. Bernie Mac, everybody go say Bernie Mac. You know why? Bernie Mac was a big part of our childhood. The Bernie Mac show.
I ain't
Kings
scared of none of you motherfuckers. Yeah.
All that. Even Def Comedy Jam, when he was on Def Comedy Jam his couple of times. His demise was, cut his career short because we don't know what Bernie would have been at today. So I got to add Bernie to that list. And finally, for me, will be Dave Chappelle.
That's a good
one. And why I picked Dave Chappelle is because fuck the sitcom he had, the show. When he's on stage and he tells a joke, his build up to his jokes all makes sense. It makes you sit back and think. And you think of his jokes from different angles, and you think of it from different points of views. You feel me? And that's why I put one of the best to me will be Dave Chappelle. One of the best because he's a genius with the way he presents his comedy. You feel me?
Yeah, shout out. Yeah, for sure. Wayans
that would be mine.
Okay. Well, I mean, definitely the Wayans. Now the Wayans are an honorable mention, definitely.
Definitely, for sure.
But I would say that Keenan isn't really a great stand-up guy. So I would definitely keep him out. Damian Wayans, though, has a great stand-up. Damian Wayans Jr., great stand-up. Damian Wayans Jr., great stand-up. Sean is all right. I know he does stand up, but he all right. But Marlon's stand-up is just on a different level. I love Marlon's stand-up, especially all of the recent ones that he done recently. Those were good. Another honorable mention, Robin Harris. Robin Harris from Bebe's Kids.
Bebe Kids, yep.
Yeah, he left too soon. He was on. Now, if Robin Harris was still here, bro, I'm sorry to say this, Bernie Mac probably wouldn't even.
He would probably
Bernie Mac wouldn't even be thought of, bro. No, and he probably
they remind you of each other.
But it would have been on Robin Harris. Robin Harris was one of the other ones. Another one that we don't talk exactly. House Party was crazy when Fam turned around. When Fam turned around and called him a test tube baby, he said, "Follow the drip."
Jamie Foxx too. He was gonna be my honorable mention.
Jamie Foxx is definitely underrated. Another very underrated comedian on the stand-up, Tommy Davidson. A lot of niggas sleep on Tommy Davidson. His stand-up alone is hilarious. Tommy Davidson is funny as fuck. Okay. Another one, Wanda Sykes. I like Wanda Sykes.
Yeah,
very sharp.
Yeah.
Very, very, you know what I'm saying? Straight up. He went off the oath. Yeah, exactly. Went off on the cops, follow the drip. JD is okay. I like his dad was okay. JD is okay. I think he's up and coming at this point. And I would like to see what he's doing. But Monique, she gets an honorable mention. Her stand-up was fun too, but I'm just tired of that. Tiffany Haddish is all right. Not a big fan of Tiffany.
I don't think she's
Kat is an honorable mention.
I'm shocked none of you guys said Kevin Hart. I personally don't think he's funny, so that's why
I
I
don't
wouldn't
think
have added
Kevin
him.
Hart's stand-ups are hella funny like that. There were some that was great. Now Mike Epps is a beast. Definitely agree with that. I agree with Mike Epps. Yeah, Kevin Hart wasn't funny at first until it was like a couple of comedy specials that he came out with, like that little series.
Yeah, the first one of that series. I forgot the name of it.
It was Seriously Funny or some shit like that, and he was like, it was funny. That was funny, and then he started going, and then it started getting funnier when he was like, no, and he started figuring it out and all that shit. You know, so he figured out his style because when he first came out, I'm gonna keep it real. Kevin Hart is not funny. He wasn't. Cat Williams is another honorable mention. I would love to talk about.
Definitely.
Cat Williams had us
Laugh at My Pain is the one that got me for Kevin
Yeah,
Hart.
Laugh at My Pain was a good one too. Laugh at My Pain. Donnell Rollins. A lot of people skip over Donnell Rollins.
I like him. Yeah.
Another very underrated person that no one probably even had on their list, and I should have put him on my list, to be honest with you. Patrice O'Neal. Patrice O'Neal is one of the funniest motherfuckers. Fuck Phase on Love. I'm saying
hey, don't say fuck Phase on Love, the San Diego native. Goddamn.
Yeah, why you left the homie on start like that, man? Come on, don't do that. Why you left the homie on start?
Fuck that nigga. Fuck that nigga. Fuck that nigga. Fuck him and fuck Corey Holcomb. Fuck both of them.
Oh yeah, he's
fuck both of them. Them niggas ain't funny to me. Them niggas ain't funny. Them niggas ain't funny at all. But yeah, Patrice O'Neal, bro. Patrice O'Neal was great. I'll never forget his motherfucking scene in the Chappelle song, in the Chappelle show. My name is Pitbull, nigga. That shit was hilarious. He was the only pimp that was over. Man, come on, man. That shit was great. His stand-up was great. It was just Patrice was ahead of his time. Patrice was ahead of his time. Yeah, it's a lot of people, black comedians. Another one, Paul Mooney.
Oh, legend in the game. Legend. A legend.
He definitely carved a lot of careers out. Richard Pryor and all that. Red Fox, another legend in the game.
Yeah.
Doc Nash.
I would say Bill Bellamy is underrated. You know, he's
We'll never forget Charlie Murphy. We'll never forget that. Yeah, definitely.
I'm not surprised, but I'm glad nobody's really throwing Chris Rock name out there.
Chris Rock is
I don't think he's
Don't
funny.
Get it twisted. He's funny, but he is on some different
type. He's white
shit,
people funny. I don't think he's
exactly. Funny. Sometimes it's funny. Like I love that. I love certain ones that like certain specials. Lavelle Crawford is cool. Arnez J. A lot of people do not remember Arnez J.
Bruce
is yes. Chris is very situational. His earlier shit was the best, definitely. Yeah, Lavelle Crawford is cool. All right, folks, y'all let us know who's on y'all Mount Rushmore for black comedians and stuff like that. But yeah, I think we're damn near done at this point.
I know.
It feels weird. We got like 15 minutes.
I had another villain honorable mention, but it's not just black people; it's everybody of America. The whole America was a villain last year because this whole Kendrick Lamar Drake shit was a movie, and y'all was the villains for how y'all switched up on my guy. But we ain't got to go no further than that. I'm sorry.
Oh Lord, no, he did. He just had to bring it back to Drake and fucking Kendrick.
I had to be petty. America, you are a fucking villain.
I honestly I honestly thought he was gonna say the Nectarine Noriega was the villain, which I could agree with.
I know you know what? He is a villain for sure, but not a black villain.
But you still on this
black community.
You still on this fact that your man's lost, huh?
If that's what y'all think, but
that's really, a year later. You're still
it's really, really small of you. I just want to let you know that it was really small of you.
I'm a small guy.
Really small. Yeah, we can tell. We can tell. We can tell.
What Prince said? Prince, let me use your name. I'm petty tonight. You feel me?
Yeah. All right, folks. I think that's it. We're gonna go ahead and end it tonight. Appreciate all the bricklayers that came through, showed up, showed out. We got a lot of love for y'all. Again, y'all know where to find us. It's right there. Y'all know how to hit us up. It's right there. Following is free.
Yeah.
You know
Also-
what I'm saying? What's up?
Also, you guys, if you would like to see another Mount Rushmore, we might do a top 5 next time instead of a Mount Rushmore. That gives us more options.
Yeah.
Might do a top 5. If you guys would like to see us, throw some categories, write us with some categories, and let us know what you would like us to touch on, or like us to touch on.
Yeah.
No Diddy, like us to touch on.
Thank you.
And Steven Smith is a villain for marriage. See,
Steve
we
Smith
did that.
is the villain for all marriages. That
We
is
did
a
that.
wild thing, bro. That's wild. That is wild. I don't disagree with it though. That's the problem. I don't disagree with it.
And
It's a
don't
wild
forget, what's the boy name that played with the Lakers?
Who, Nick Young
No,
or
no,
D'Lo?
not Dylan. Older Lakers, Kobe Lakers, older.
Which nigga?
Derek Fisher.
Rick Fox?
Derek Fisher.
Oh, I thought you was gonna say Rick Fox and shit. Rick Fox was a hoe too. I thought at one point in time he was out here getting it cracking. But anyway, that's a slander. All right. Anyway, you know where to reach us. If you ever want to see us do another episode like this, definitely hit us up. Also, on that Sinners Deep Dive, make sure y'all do one. Do one on Black inventions that changed the world. All right.
That'd
Shit,
be
I already know the
interesting.
number one choosing motherfucker is air conditioner. Nigga.
You said air conditioner?
Hell yeah. Nigga, shit, black man. Appreciate you. No. Yeah, appreciate it.
No, for real.
Yeah, definitely will do that, crypto. Appreciate you. All right.
Dead ass about the AC. Appreciate you, nigga.
I know you'd appreciate in Florida shit.
Appreciate you for that.
You need AC there. For
Yeah,
sure.
that
What?
nigga's a real one. That nigga's a real one. He said it's hot. I need ice and air, nigga. That's what I need right now. All right.
Yeah.
We out of here,
Really,
folks. We'll catch y'all next week.
Y'all be good out there, man.
Bye.